anybody who's a mount collector or even a pet collector, if you know someone who plays WoW, plus they get 30 days and both of you guys get a benefit to leveling if you're leveling together, and you get to grant them levels, so...
Hello everyone, Dave here from Mumongu Gaming, and yes, we are on another edition of Pillow Talk, and with me this week I have my special guest, which is Cat Brody.
Hi.
So welcome Cat, I appreciate obviously you coming on and being my guest, and if anyone is not aware, we are actually playing the game Diablo 3. We're playing this on PC. Now I am the character in the all red, just in case people aren't aware, it's known as a demon hunter, and Cat there is wearing sort of, I'd say purpley blue with a bit of white and stuff like that, and she's a, what character are you?
Wizard.
A wizard?
I'm
Yeah.
a wizard.
Okay, she's a wizard. And you can see we've got wings as well, which is like, great. We've got these primarily, I've got mine from, if anyone's played Overwatch, mine are from Mercy because I pre-ordered it, and Kat's got hers from her pre-order of
Legion.
Legion for
Correct.
which is World of Warcraft. So there we go. So that's why we've got wings and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna play a bit of Diablo 3 for you guys, and as we progress around, obviously I'll be asking Kat some questions. But first of all, Kat, what I'd like you to do for the viewers out there is to just explain a little bit about yourself, and also about your channel and what else you want to promote regarding social media and stuff like that. So the floor is open to you as we have a bit of an explore around in Diablo 3.
Alright. My, on my channel, my main videos, I tend to stick to World of Warcraft and The Sims, primarily 4, but I'll do Sims Medieval, I do other stuff upon request. I will try new games as well, and I do a couple other things like vlogging or, follow arounds, I think is what they're called. And I can be found on Facebook, Twitter. All my links are in my channel.
They'll also be down below, guys, so don't worry. I will make sure that they're down there so that anyone needs to get hold of her, then they'll be able to find out those links. So yeah, Kat's actually got her name of her channel and stuff like that is actually named after her. So there's no point really in me asking where you came up with your name, because obviously she came up with that from her parents, decided on what to call her. So my very first question actually comes from the community, and that comes from someone that everyone knows to the channel and things like that, and that is Dapper Paper Bag. Now the question that Dapper has actually put forward, it sort of comes primarily in sort of in two parts. It's what, because even though we're playing Diablo, mainly Kat and me tend to play Sims and stuff. So her question is, what first attracted you to The Sims, as in the whole sort of the Sims sort of package, but what is also your favourite Sims, favourite Sims game? So out of all the Sims that are out there, which one would be your favourite, and what first attracted you to it?
Well, it's a funny story on what first attracted me to The Sims. My dad played Sims online, so that was years ago, 13 years ago. And I started playing that when I would get home late from work, so I could stay up all night, pretty much, because I work nights.
Right.
And so my dad actually attracted me to The Sims, because he kept telling me I would like it. My favorite Sims is, do expansions count? If so, Sims 3 Supernatural, hands down.
Okay. Okay, sorry to have left you there, So it was mainly your dad that got you involved in The Sims then?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. Cool. Does he still play?
Yes, he actually tells me which ones I will like and which ones I won't.
I see.
So he gets them all first.
Right.
Except he did not like Sims Medieval, but after he tried it, he gave me the game and said that he thinks I might like it.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's how I ended up with Sims Medieval.
Ah, so it's sort of like a hand-me-down type situation.
Yes, and I got the free digital copy, so I gave someone else my physical copy, so
Right.
it's a musical game.
Cool. Okay. Right. Second question, and this is not really sort of game related in any way, but it's one that I sort of like asked to like Dark last week, and I was quite impressed with the answer and stuff. And what it is, if you could visit any country, which country would it be, and why?
If I had to choose any one country, it would be Egypt.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why is because there's so much more out there that I actually want to see over any other country. The Sphinx, the heat. I want to check out their heat.
Okay.
That'd be the one place I'd really like to go.
So are you in like the sort of colder parts of America then, rather than the? Because I would imagine America's quite hot in certain places.
In certain places it is. Like right now, it's pretty hot out here, but in about a month, it's gonna start freezing.
Cool.
I will see Egypt one day. It's on my bucket list. It's like #1 up there.
Yeah. Nice one. Right. Okay. Question. Well, we up to 3? I think we're up to 3. Yeah. Question number 3 is it's now. Not many people know this in my channel, but I have recently just purchased. Wow. Yes. And people are thinking, what? Wow. Yes. World of Warcraft. I have managed to get hold of it, and I've also pre-downloaded, or will be preload. It will download once it's available, which is Legion as well. And my question to you, knowing full well that you play WoW, you also play The Sims. Now, bearing in mind, The Sims comes out, it's a full game, and there's like lots of little expansions and things like that you can obviously purchase as the year goes on and stuff like this. Would you prefer it to be more like WoW, where it was a monthly contracted scenario with The Sims? So you pay a monthly fee, all the download then becomes, you know, sort of as and when it's available. There's more involved in it. It becomes sort of more of an open worldy type, you know, sort of scenario where you could, like, you know, have different like worlds across, you know, that you could travel and meet it up with people and make it more of a multiplayer type thing. Would that be something that you would like, or do you prefer it the way it is?
I prefer Sims the way it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen Sims go multiplayer and it didn't work, so I'd be afraid that it would fail again if they tried.
Right.
Because that's what Sims Online was. It went multiplayer, and
if it wasn't maybe multiplayer, but it was a monthly thing, would that, you know, financially, do you think that would be a better way? Do you think?
Possibly. I would have to say it would depend. Like, if they were doing $15 a month, I may not even be able to afford that. So right. I would say it depends on how much they would go for.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a game I love, but it's $10 a month. For me to be able to play a dragon in it, I'm not playing the game because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So
no, I totally
I'd have to really see what they would do if they did put it multiplayer.
Yeah.
And make you pay it, you know?
I think that's the thing. I think it's one of those. I think it's just. I just wanted to throw it out there and say, like, you know, with you playing obviously both the games and stuff, you know, how you felt about it. That was all. That was reason why I threw that sort of question in and that sort of thing. Which actually sort of leads me on to like Dapper's second question, really, and it's. What she means is, you know, like on the maps of the Sims, and you know, like the sort of like split on, like, this is Sims 4 we're talking about, guys, by if you're wondering. But on the Sims, you have like little sort of block areas, and maybe 4 or 5 like lots within that little block area. Would you like it if that was open world, so that you wouldn't have to like have a loading screen every single time you had to go to like a neighbour's house? You just could go round to the house, no problem, and you wouldn't have to have this loading screen. You wouldn't have to get into a car to travel to get to like next door, which is like literally right there. You can see it, but you can't travel to it. And also she's also added, but make loading screens for like far away lots. You know, when it like you come out and you go to the different worlds, you know, you have like the different options of the different worlds and do it that way.
That's a tough one. I would say that seems like a nice concept, but taking I just upgraded my computer, so I have a lot more RAM. My computer can handle a lot more now. But what about the other people who can't? It might affect them because that's still too much. That's like probably more than a lot of systems can actually handle. And most people can't afford to rush right out and build a whole new computer.
Yeah.
You know, getting my motherboard and everything else I got cost me like almost $700, and I'm still waiting on one more thing.
Right.
You know, not everyone's. I didn't even have the money to do all that. So I would say that I would be more worried about other people. You know, can their computers handle it? You know, for me, hey, I think it'd be great. I love it. As long as I didn't have to hear people complaining about how much lag they were developing in the game over it.
Yeah, I mean that's I mean that is the big issue. Like, you know what I mean? What you say is the cost involved in like upgrading, you know, PCs and stuff like that, like sort of thing. There is a lot of cost involved and stuff. But yeah, I think you know, I would prefer it if you didn't have to. Right, well there we go. That's question 4. So we're whizzing through it quite quickly, which is great. And okay, the final question I'm going to have, and I know sort of what you might say if it was to do with like an expansion pack. As in, the question is, what game in the future, doesn't matter how far in the future it is, are you actually going to be looking forward to? And I don't mean, and I know you're going to be looking forward to Legion. I totally get that, because I know you're a big World of Warcraft person and stuff. So, you know what I mean. But you can't have that as your answer. So, what actual, on its own sort of game are you looking forward to? Maybe this year, next year, 2018, 2020, whenever it is. What sort of game are you actually looking forward to possibly getting your hands on?
Nothing specific that's actually been advertised, but I would have to say whatever the next expansion is, not game pack or stuff pack for Sims 4. I'm ready for an actual expansion pack. And I'm hoping it's pets or supernatural or something like that.
Right.
But whatever the next expansion is what I would probably be looking for, because, well, let's face it, all these, you know, stuff packs, game packs, it's time. Give us a new expansion.
Yeah. I mean, the one that I am actually, for The Sims, that I'm really looking forward to is, and I hope they do something, would be to bring in some kind of like a school pack, you know, where you get the child who then actually goes to school, they go then to like college, university, whatever, you know, and whatever they do well at school, they then be able to get that job when they leave. And at the same time, it opens up another one of the jobs options as being like an actual teacher or lecturer. Do you know what I mean? Like, it opens up that possibility as well. Like, and I just think that, you know, you could even have it where the parents get called into school because the child's been disruptive and you have to, like, you know, sort it out. Or you can go to maybe school plays, you know, to like open things up like that, you know, and things. I just think it would be something that would be a really good expansion pack, and that's just something that I would like to see. What would you like something like that, or?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think I would.
I just think it would be. I just think it's something they've never really explored before. Do you know what I mean? To that sort of like degree, I think it's such a. And they could even make it one of the big expansions. You know, like they did with, you know, the jobs. You know, at work, like, you know, same sort of like size. To get what I mean? I just think it'd be like a good one to have, because you've got like. You know, they've basically gone with, you know, they brought in, like, you know, the child's playroom now. You've got all the toys and stuff like that. They've got the backyard where they've got, like, you know, like all the like things they can do in the backyard now. And I'm just thinking, well, what about what a child actually does? Well, a child actually does go to school, don't they? You know what I mean? They go to learn, to educate and stuff like that. And I just think, as players, I think that one would be great for young children playing it, because then it makes them think, oh yeah, I want to do well at school because I'm going to get a job, and it makes them like look at it and think, great, I'm now going to be playing something you know, I do in real life, as well as playing it on my game, like, you know, on my like PC. And I just think that maybe makes them like study harder, because then they realise oh, I need to study hard to get a job, like, you know, because like some kids today just think that everything's given to them on a plate, you know what I mean? It's like, and they don't realise that there's actually, they have to do something in order to get it, you know what I mean? The reason that they've got their PCs is because the mum and dad went to work to get the money to be able to buy the PC for their children. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'd like to hear your. I mean, it is me rabbiting on. I do this hell of a lot, and I need to stop maybe doing it and leave it open for the guests to talk more. So I do apologise. So, what's your what's your view on that?
I would definitely be interested in expansion, like you know, university. How they had that in Sims 3 and Sims 2, except if they brought it, I would like to have it as a mixture. Like in Sims 3, you got, the one thing that irritated me was you didn't have a choice. So, and what I mean by that is, in Sims 2, you would send your sim off to college, but you would have a choice to stay and play the family that you had before while that sim went off and did their own college thing. But in Sims 3, you didn't have that choice. And I kind of would like to be given the option to have that choice, you know, to stay, but have it be as in that the Sims 3. So kind of like mixing the two. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm making any sense here.
No, yeah, I mean, the mixture of the two, I think, yeah. I mean, but I don't see how difficult it would be for them to do it. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it would be that difficult.
They did it in 2, so it shouldn't be that difficult for, you know.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. I just think that it's something that they should definitely be able to look at. But do you feel that Sims 4 is kind of ripping the players off at the moment? Do we think that we're getting value for money, or do you think it's okay?
I don't think it's ripping the people off, but I do think that it could be better. Right. I mean, most of the people that I hear complain about toddlers. I didn't like them to begin with. No. So, you know, as soon as my sim ended up pregnant, she'd have the baby, and all of a sudden the baby wouldn't be a baby anymore, and it wouldn't be a toddler anymore. I just automatically aged them up anyway, so...
Yeah.
You know, that seems to be the biggest complaint from people on how the game's ripping them off. But for me, it's like, I don't think they're ripping them off, but they could be doing a lot better. I like that we're getting new things that we didn't get before.
Yes.
But give us some of the old stuff that we've had. You know, everything. I mean, everyone loves pets.
Yeah.
You know, vampires has been in every single one, so why not give us something with vampires again?
They might do maybe at Halloween, possibly. There's a possibility.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, they might do. Do you know what I mean?
I want vampires back.
Yeah. I mean, I know they do the, like, fancy dress pack, but I just think, you know, that they might... I don't know. You know what I mean? They might do it, but... Anyway, I think we've probably... The audience members are probably sick of us talking about The Sims now. So we'll move on to World of Warcraft, and the reason I'm moving on to that is, one, obviously I only got it yesterday, and you know a hell of a lot about World of Warcraft, and obviously we're playing a game by the same people that made Warcraft. So what tips would you give, not just to me, but to any aspiring people out there that are thinking of possibly going ahead and getting back into Warcraft, or maybe playing it for the first time? What tips would you give?
I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible. Ignore the mean people. Literally.
Okay.
You will run into people that will think that they are better than you.
I think you do that in most games. Yeah, I know what you mean though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, ignore them, and I would say find someone to mentor you. Like, you have, you know, you've got me, so if you needed help, all you gotta do is send me a message and say, hey, I need help.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm going to do my best. Find a really good guild if you want to join a guild. Find a really good guild. Don't deal with people, you know, putting you down. Don't put up with it. Just put them on ignore and move on. There's good people in the game. That's the biggest tip I could give anyone.
Okay.
I one time a while ago I dealt with massive haters that actually caused me not to play the game for 2 weeks, and I logged out crying because of it. So, needless to say, from personal experience, when I say, you know, people can be harsh in that game.
Oh, it's awful.
Just ignore them and move on.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That people have made you feel in that way. You know, games at the end of the day should be all about fun. You know, they should be about people enjoying themselves. But unfortunately, no matter whether it's Warcraft or no matter, but I mean, like I said, I've only literally only played it once, and I've been Dark Penguin, who was on last week's show. He basically, we were talking after the show and stuff, and I know he's played it a while, and he's taking me around at the moment and showing me the ropes and stuff, and he's got me to join like his guild, I think it is, and things like that. So I'm in with that, and I'm enjoying it. So guys, I know it's a lot of money when people think, oh, you know, can't really afford it and things like that. Are we going this way?
If you can afford it, find someone who plays. They will be more than happy to send you a recruiter friend, because, hey, I'll be honest with you. If I send you a recruiter friend and you end up paying 2 months, I get a mount out of it, or a pet, or, you know, so. Yeah. And I'm a mount collector. There's one mount that I'm missing from the recruiter friend. So, you know. It's
not the one that I've already got, is it? Because I got one that's like a horse that's got like a blue mane and blue wings.
That's the Hersteed mount.
Yeah.
I have that one.
Yeah.
But the recruiter friend mount's like, if I send you a recruiter friend and you pay for 2 months, you could give someone a 2-seater rocket. You could give them the Cinder Main Charger. Look that one up. She is sweet.
Okay.
You know, there's some really cool mounts in there that you get, and that's why I'm like, anybody who's a mount collector or even a pet collector, if you know someone who plays WoW, plus they get 30 days, and both of you guys get a benefit to leveling if you're leveling together, and you get to grant them levels. So, in the end, it works out for both people.
Okay.
And hey, what's 10 days free?
Well, yeah. You know, anything free is good.
Yeah. I'm most excited because for years I'm really huge into the lore for World of Warcraft. Like, I know the lore, I read the books, I have the entire collection, so I'm really big into it. Well, I've decided that like 5 or 6 years ago, I became massively obsessed with the Emerald Dream. And I had been telling my dad, wouldn't it be so cool if they made that a raid? If they made that a raid, I'd come back as a raider. And guess what they did? They made Emerald Dream is coming back as Emerald Nightmare, which is its opposite, as a raid. So I'm ultimately excited about that. Okay. I'm most excited about that. I don't care about Demon Hunters.
You don't care?
They're
out. When are they out? They're 9th? Is it the 9th that they're out? 10th? Something like that?
Yes. They will be out on the 9th. I found that out from Zygor, because I use Zygor leveling guides, and I'm planning on a starting zone series, or I'm adding the Demon Hunter to my current starting zone series I got going for a while. So unfortunately, I don't want to play Demon Hunters. I'll do it for my videos though.
But just on a little small sort of nerdy night note, this guy here that we've just rescued is called Deckard Cain. Now, if anyone has got Overwatch, if you're playing Overwatch and you are on the map Route 66, as you start off in the cafe, there is a check on the wall that's signed by Deckard Cain. So there we go. There's just a little nerdy fact for people out there.
You'll have to screenshot that for me and show me.
So, yeah,
because I don't play Overwatch.
It's $5 and he's got a signature of Deckard Cain. So yeah, it was something that I sort of like seen on another video and I went to check it out, and it's definitely there. But I will screenshot it for you, Kat, no problem, and send that across to you. But I want to thank you, Kat, for being on. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on. And we will no doubt be crossing paths as we always do with our little Sims challenges and things like that. And we did try a little co-op sort of collaboration-y type thing on The Sims. It sort of went okay. I felt it went really well. Unfortunately, the viewers didn't. But
Hey,
you know,
can't
but
win 'em all.
you know, we can't win them all. But we now that you know, obviously we've got Diablo. We both play this. We both play now WoW. You know, then there's possibilities of doing collaborations on those in the future. So there we go, guys. Check that out. You know, in the future we'll definitely be doing some more stuff between me and Kat. I want to thank you. Mr. Pillow wants to thank you as also for coming on as well, and I hope you've enjoyed your stay.
Hi, Mr. Pillow.
But anyway, guys, yes, once again, Pillow Talk has come to an end. So many thanks, Kat, for being on. If you want to say goodbye to all the viewers.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, and again, the links and stuff to her stuff, like channels, social media, everything like that, is all down below, guys. And sorry, I just cut you off then. Did you want something else to say?
I was just gonna say thanks for having me on Pillow Talk.
That's no problem.
Definitely been an honor.
And I will more than likely have you on in the future as well. So we can do more of a catch up and stuff like that. So that'd be awesome. So thanks very much. And this is me and Kat and Mr. Pillow all signing off. And basically, catch you all guys next time. Massive hugs from me. This is Dave from Mumongu Gaming. This is the end of Pillow Talk for this week. Catch me again next week, guys, for another new guest that'll be on, which I don't actually know who it's going to be yet. So we'll have to wait and see who that's going to be. So take it easy, guys. Catch you next time. Cheers.